My name is Chris Palmer. In today's off-page SEO link building mistakes video, what I'd like to share with you is 5 mistakes that I consistently see. I've even made them myself in the past, of course, but I want to go ahead and share these mistakes with you so you do not have to make them. So again, I'm Chris Palmer. Along with that, the first thing here is going to be making changes is the first tip. Second is anchors, and I'll explain all of this momentarily. Third is a spike, then crickets. 4, not building to inner pages. And 5, I got a little bonus for you having to do with passing power and distributing power. So the very first one is making a boatload of changes. You see, when you're link building, in my opinion, with link building, it's either a nothing or a factor. Now, when introducing a factor into an algorithm, into a SERP, right, a search engine results page, generally what you're going to see, sometimes you'll shoot right up, as in get a ranking increase really quickly. You'll stay the same for a little while, or you'll go down. More times than not, what you're going to see is a drop when you introduce a factor, aka a factor is a backlink. When you introduce a backlink or a factor into the equation, Google has to recalculate. Now, oftentimes what happens is you'll drop for a period of days, and then you'll go back up, then you'll drop, then you'll go back up, and then you'll level off. Now, during this phase of which you're dropping and leveling back up, you think you did something wrong. Let me assure you, you have not. This is a recalculation. Google is recalculating your ranking position. They're counting that factor, and this is what's causing the drop. So don't go into your pages and start changing pages. Don't start erasing pages. Don't start deleting backlinks. Definitely not that. And more importantly, give it time. Let it rest. SEO is a long game. Take your time, make your changes, produce your backlinks, and give it time. Oftentimes, you're not going to see the full result of a link for 30 days or more, the full result. Let's move into number 2, anchor text. I get this quite a lot within my own services at services.chrispalmermarketing.com, but oftentimes people are going to want to go ahead and start hitting, right? They're going to want to consistently hit their primary anchor text. If you want to rank for Plumber Nashville, that's the anchor text that you use, or Nashville Plumber. You'll send me variations, but what I highly suggest that you do, because you never know what algorithm changes are going to happen. You don't know what guidelines are going to change. You don't know what rules are going to change. You don't know what Google's going to do tomorrow. What's going to be very, very efficient for you and helpful is 2 things. And what I like to do is either use branded, stack your anchors, or go naked. And here's what I mean by this. So just as a brief example here, branded is going to be, I'm Chris Palmer. So it's Chris Palmer Marketing. That would be a branded anchor, right? And what I mean by stacking them is, well, Chris Palmer Marketing is a brand. He does SEO consulting in Pennsylvania. So that way it naturally flows within an article, and I get credit for multiple words. You can stack a lot of anchor text within your anchor text. And then the last but not least is just utilize your website. This is the safest, it's the cleanest, and it's just your website with whatever your website is. Just use that. That's your naked anchor text. Either go naked, right? Naked anchor text, just the URL, or stack them, or do a partial. Don't just hammer the site with exact match, exact match, exact match, exact match. Save these for your most potent links. For pretty much all the others, go branded, naked, or do a nice stack. This way you can maximize your link building, but don't just hammer with exact match. Take it easy on that. Now let's move into the next one, a spike and then crickets. I see this a lot, especially with, Money Robot users or Scrapebox users or GSA users. And it's great to add some power to the site or to an inner page or a buffer page, or maybe on another site that you're using as a feeder site, right? But even if you're buying a bunch of links and you have a budget, you do a bunch of link building, you get a result, and then crickets. Right? You stop link building. Your link velocity has decreased. What I highly recommend is, if you want to get a spike into a site, especially within the first 4 to 6 months, or within that first month, you're doing a lot of citations, your press releases, you're getting your guest posts out there, you do a lot of links, you get a result, and then you fall back. Just like traffic, there has to be a consistency. Even if you're doing manipulated link building, or however you want to look at it, guest posting, press releases, keep the flow going. A growing site, a natural site, is going to naturally progress forward. It's going to consistently be building backlinks, right? So what I highly recommend is, level off those spikes. Don't do 500, 600 links or 300 links or 200 links. Do it gradually. Space out your link building over the month. What are you going to do each week? Over the month, what are you going to do each week? Or once a month, and then break that up over the course of weeks. Don't just hammer it and then do nothing. Let's move on. Number 4, not building links to the inner pages. It's not 2018. It's not 2017. Google ranks pages, not sites. Okay, this has been since the dawn of time, searching since 1997. It's been pretty much the same. All right. So what I would highly recommend is if we know Google ranks pages and not the entire website, we need to show value to inner pages. What I highly recommend doing is looking at the top performers. Do a Google search just like this. You'll head on out. Say you want to rank for, plumbing in Ohio. What you want to do is you want to put your keyword in. You want to figure out what the top ranking page is. If it's going to be a homepage, that's fine. But what you're looking to do is take a look at the top performing page, the actual page, and then figure out how many links that page has separated by quality. Look at their quality links going into that page. And another helpful hint is when you're sorting your backlinks, you're only looking for, a DR 20 or higher, maybe a DR 30 or higher, that actually contain a keyword or the naked. If it's just a generic term like click or now or go, we don't count those. All right. So do an assessment of the top performer, figure out how many referring domains they have going to that exact page that's ranking for that exact keyword, right? Because Google ranks pages, not sites. Look at that page for that keyword. See what anchor rich texts they have coming into that page that actually have some type of metric behind them, a high quality link behind them. Do an assessment, and that's your goal. That's how many links you're probably going to need. You might not have to build all of them, but that's how many links, that's your goal. And then do it week by week. Build your links week by week. You might not have to build the full 200. You might be able to only build 50 and you'll reach the goal. So do your assessment based on the top performer and then build out week by week or bi-weekly from that point moving forward. All right. So I think I nailed that point home. As far as not building to your inner pages and just building to the homepage or just building to top level pages. If you want to rank that page, we have to get links to that page, and we're going to base the amount based on the top performer for that keyword. Whatever type of page is ranking there, great, we should have the same type of page. That's another tip I'll give you quick. Like if Google's only rewarding homepages, chances are you have to get a homepage in here for this term. You might be able to win because query deserves diversity. You might be able to slide in another type of page. But for this term, if I want to win this term, it's going to probably need to be a homepage written to a certain word count with the right amount of headings, with the right amount of optimization, and then the right amount of links that are of high quality containing a certain anchor text. And this is always based page by page based on the top performer that Google's rewarding. I hope I nailed that home. Now, this is another little tip. So passing power, this is a small bonus. I always check. So let's just keep this particular, keyword in mind here. Oftentimes people are building links to a particular page. They really want to power up their plumbing in Ohio page. All right, we're just going to use that for instance. And this isn't just for local. You could be an affiliate, you can be e-commerce. These rules apply no matter what the SEO is. All right. And what I'm getting at is if there's a big term and you're working hard on it, you're super optimized, the page is getting traffic, you're building a lot of links. If you're not properly internally linking to other pages, you're not benefiting from all the work that you did on that hard page. So why should I have to go to the small pages and spend a bunch more money on links and content and do all this work when I already did it here and I could remedy all of this money and time and effort simply by internally linking to the other pages? One of the best ways to determine, am I leveraging my internal links properly? Just do a quick diagnosis. There's a free extension within Chrome. It's called Marketing Syrup. They have a thing here that's called links. They have internal, unique, and external. See this one that's internal? So you go to a top performer on a top performing page that you want to compete with. I'll use this as an example. You come into here and you figure out, well, how many internal links does my top competitor have? And always remember, 3 internal links equals an external link coming in of equal or greater value. of equal value. So every 3 internal links that I build to a page, it's like I built the same quality metric to that page. Hope that makes sense to you. That's a massive tip that's helped me out intensely. But you can't overdo it. You can't go crazy and just build out 1,000 because there is a diminishing return. But if I can get 2 or 3 links from every page pointing to a page, like a site-wide footer or a site-wide header pointing to all my important pages, those other pages are going to perform very well based on links that I built to other pages. All right, so this is massive. I want to just reiterate everything. Making changes, when you're seeing that Google dance going on, just let it sit. 2, anchor text. Don't just pack in exact match. 3, spike, then crickets, spend a bunch of money, buy a bunch of links, and then nothing. Nah, try to lower the budget on a weekly or monthly basis and do a little bit each week. The next one is number 4, not building to your inner pages. If there's a page on that site, it's valuable. Internally link to it and make sure you get links to it. That wraps up all the tips. My name's Chris Palmer. If you have any questions related to link building, off-page SEO, anything, if you need private consultation, if you need work, if you need services, check me out. Thank you so much. Many blessings and have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.